Welcome back, guys, to Ball Don't Lie. And guess what? It's the goddamn playoffs. It is the playoffs, and I've been waiting for this day for a long time. The season's been okay, but the playoffs is what every basketball fan looks forward to. And this season, with the teams that are in the playoffs right now, I think this might be the best set of teams that have been in the playoffs for a very long time. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Next game is in like, what, 20 minutes. And yeah, so let's just get this first round predictions in and I'll go watch the playoffs. And like I always say in every video, I really do appreciate you guys' support, sharing, liking, subscribing the video, subscribing to my channel. Keep doing that, and I really do appreciate you guys' support. And so we'll start off with the Western Conference. So we'll start with the 1-8 matchup, which we have here is the Utah Jazz and the Memphis Grizzlies. So last night, Ja Morant went off. Him and the Grizzlies did a number on Steph Curry and the Warriors. And as good as the playing game was, you'd rather see Steph Curry in the playoffs, But unfortunately, that didn't happen. But yeah, the Grizzlies, they did what they had to do, and they've got a first-round matchup with the Jazz. The Jazz, having their best player Donovan Mitchell coming back, will be a really good boost for them. Which I think the Memphis Grizzlies will probably get one game off of the Jazz, but ultimately I think the Jazz will beat them in 5. And moving on to the Suns and the Lakers matchup, which is the 2nd and 7th seed. So like I said in the previous video, the Suns have done everything possible this season to get a higher standing, and obviously the higher you are, you play the lower teams in the 7th, 8th seed, and they've got the 7th seed, which is no other than the Los Angeles Lakers. And with the Los Angeles Lakers comes LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Unfortunately for the Suns, I don't see them getting more than 2 games, because most of the team is a very young team. They don't really have that much experience in the playoffs, and literally LeBron James is the complete opposite of lack of experience. He has all the experience in the world, and yeah, I will say Lakers in 6. So I think the Suns will get 2 games, but that'll be all. So moving on to the 3 and 6 matchup, which is the Denver Nuggets and the Portland Trail Blazers. This is one series that I've had to go back and forth on, and I'm not entirely sure who's gonna come out of this one. But Damian Lillard will have a big series. That's undeniable. He's got all his players back in CJ McCollum, Yusuf Nurkic. Carmelo's been playing, really well. He's had a solid year this year, and I don't see that changing in the playoffs. But with all that being said, I see this game going to 7, and I will pick the Denver Nuggets to come out of that series. So I'll say Nuggets in 7. And last but not least, we move on to the 4th and 5th matchup, which we have here for the Los Angeles Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. This series is going to be very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see how it will pan out this series. They did face each other previously in the bubble last year, which the Clippers won in 6. But if you actually watch the series, the Mavericks went toe-to-toe with them until Kristaps Porzingis injured his knee, which kept him out of the rest of the playoffs, and obviously the team ended up losing the series. But this season, even though they haven't really played the best, which is the Mavericks, I think they will just about edge it and beat the Clippers in 7. Yeah, they'll beat them in 7. So that's my prediction for the first round matchup, for the first round of the playoffs in the West. And now we fly over to the East Coast. And in the 1-8 matchup, we have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Washington Wizards. This series is going to be very interesting. I mean, I've said that about every series but this series alone, with Embiid and Westbrook's history, even just Westbrook and the Sixers history, for the past 3-4 years, back when he was at OKC, I'm really looking forward to this. It should be really good. Westbrook, as great as he is, I think he can only get them probably a game or two. Unfortunately, I think the Sixers will beat them in 6. No pun intended. But the Sixers in 6. I also think the reason why I think this is because Bradley Beal, the other best player, he's nursing a hamstring injury, which he's literally playing on one leg right now. So I don't think they'll get any more than 2 games of the Sixers. And moving on to the 2nd and the 7th seeds, we have Nets versus the Celtics. Now this series will be, hopefully it'll be a good one, but I think it'll be a very short series. Initially, I wanted it to be, you know, the Wizards versus the Nets to, you know, get the Westbrook KD matchup, but unfortunately we were robbed of that. But this matchup does bring up the, you know, the whole Kyrie story of him leaving the Celtics back in 2019, and it should be a good one. Kyrie should turn up in that series, but like I said, I think it'll be a very short series. Jason Tatum will probably get them 1 game, but that's it. And moving on to the 3-6 matchup in the East with the Bucks and the Heat. Now this series, this is probably the series that before I was about to film this, I was just writing notes down on, you know, who I think will come out of each round, each bracket. And I was stuck on this for a long time. As of right now, I ain't got a Scooby-Doo. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea who's gonna come out of this. But if, like, taking everything into consideration, these 2 teams did play each other last year in the bubble, and the Heat did a number on them. I think they beat them in 5 games, and everything Giannis tried just didn't come off. They literally nullified anything he was good at. But just like with everyone else in the playoffs, I think because they played in the bubble and there was no fans, there wasn't really a home court advantage like there is this season, you know, with fans coming back in and everything. I think it'll be the Bucks will really feel the home court advantage, and I think with the players that they've acquired and Drew Holiday and what's his face, PJ Tucker, I think perimeter wise they're better defensively and they've got more weapons on the 3. So with that being said, I will hopefully, what I'd like to see is 7 games, and I will take the Bucks in 7. But as you can tell from my hesitation, I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully it'll be a 7-game series with the Bucks winning in 7. And last but not least, we have the Knicks versus the Hawks. Now the Knicks this season, you know, as I've said in previous videos, they've been a breath of fresh air. They've been really good for, you know, the league in general. And like I said, the league is a better place when the Knicks are relevant. And yeah, with also Trae Young at the Hawks, you know, he has made a name for himself in the regular season, but everyone knows you really do make your name in the playoffs. And hopefully he has a big playoff. You know, he has a big playoff run this time around. But this is my round 1 playoff prediction, and like I keep saying, you guys please put yours in the comments, and I do want to see. I am very interested to see what you guys think, and yeah, it should be a very fun first round matchup. First game starts in like 10 minutes. So thank you guys for watching, and I'm out of here. See you guys soon.